Welcome back to another video, soldiers. Beware the quiet ones. They're often the ones who see through the loudest lies. In a world that celebrates the bold and the boastful, Sigmas, the enigmatic lone wolves, walk their own path, detached from the herd. They are not leaders because they crave power, nor followers who seek approval. Instead, Sigmas exist in a space so magnetic and self-assured that it often makes others, especially those with darker intentions, uneasy. Did you know studies suggest that individuals who exhibit independent thinking and avoid conformity are more likely to be targeted by manipulative personalities? Why? Because nothing unsettles evil people more than someone who can't be controlled. Now imagine this. You're minding your own business, thriving in your bubble of self-sufficiency when suddenly you notice something strange. The manipulators, the deceivers, the ones who thrive on chaos have taken a special interest in you. Why? Because your Sigma energy is like kryptonite to their games. And trust me, they don't just play fair. Get ready, because what follows isn't your average playbook of manipulation. These aren't cliches about jealous glances or petty jabs. These are the calculated, sinister moves evil people unleash when they cross paths with someone they can't dominate. It's cunning, sometimes laughable in its pettiness, and a masterclass in why being a Sigma is both a blessing and a battlefield. 1. Engineering situations to provoke you. Evil people are calculated in how they deal with Sigmas, especially because they know your calm and composed nature is one of your greatest strengths. They don't come at you directly. Instead, they engineer situations designed to provoke you, hoping to crack your self-control. It's not about random outbursts. They create chaos strategically. Maybe it's an unnecessary confrontation at work, a passive-aggressive comment in a group setting, or even intentionally spreading rumors that force you to defend yourself. The goal isn't just to make you lose your cool, it's to drag you into their arena, where they thrive on emotional manipulation. They understand that if they can trigger you, they've gained the upper hand. For someone who values composure, even a slight overreaction can feel like a personal defeat. Worse, once you react, they'll seize the opportunity to twist the narrative. Suddenly, your frustration becomes the focus. Look how sensitive they are, they'll say, masking their provocation behind fake innocence or victimhood. In the eyes of others, they appear calm and reasonable while you're left looking unbalanced. Exactly what they wanted. What makes this tactic so sinister is its subtlety. It's not an obvious attack you can call out. It's calculated mischief designed to test your limits in ways others might not even notice. Evil people know you value logic and control, so they target the very things that keep you grounded. If they can destabilize you even momentarily, it's a small victory in their larger effort to undermine your presence and influence. It's psychological warfare disguised as coincidence or harmless behavior, all aimed at making you question yourself while they walk away, looking untouchable. 2. Turning allies into informants. Evil people understand that one of the best ways to take down a Sigma is by gathering intel. They know you don't wear your heart on your sleeve, and your independence makes it hard for them to read you directly. So they find another way in, through the people around you. They'll target your allies, friends, or even acquaintances, subtly manipulating them into becoming informants. The approach is rarely obvious. They won't outright demand secrets. Instead, they use charm, feigned concern, or calculated curiosity to coax information out of those who trust you. It might start with innocent-sounding questions. How's your name doing? They've seemed distant lately. Or they might drop hints to create doubts in your allies' minds. I heard they've been acting different. Have you noticed anything? These subtle probes are designed to make your inner circle spill details about your thoughts, habits, or vulnerabilities without even realizing it. The people you trust don't usually suspect anything malicious. They might think they're simply making conversation or showing care. Once the evil person collects enough pieces of your puzzle, they weaponize that knowledge. They predict your moves, exploit your weaknesses, or create situations where you feel blindsided. Worse, they can use this information to sow distrust within your circle, turning people against you by twisting facts or framing your independence as aloofness or disloyalty. What makes this tactic so dangerous is how stealthy it is. By the time you realize someone's been pulling strings behind the scenes, the damage may already be done. They've turned your own connections into tools against you, all while maintaining the appearance of innocence. This calculated infiltration is not just an attack on your independence. It's a direct hit on the trust you've carefully built with others. 3. Playing the victim card. Evil people love to manipulate perceptions, and one of their favorite strategies with Sigmas is playing the victim. They know that your independence and self-sufficiency make you hard to control, so they turn the tables and make your autonomy seem like an attack on them. It's a sneaky tactic, and it works because it exploits the empathy of others while subtly putting you on the defensive. They might start by claiming that your self-reliance makes them feel unwanted or unappreciated. Why don't you ever need help? It's like you don't trust me. Or they'll frame your lack of dependence as a deliberate rejection. You always seem like you're better off without me. Did I do something wrong? It's not about resolving an issue. It's about creating one. They're planting the idea that your independence is not just a personal choice but a slight against them. This isn't just a guilt trip. It's a calculated attempt to paint themselves as the wounded party, enlisting others to side with them. They'll tell friends or colleagues, "I just don't understand why they push people away," making you look like the cold, uncaring one. The more they lean into their victim narrative, the more others begin to question your motives. The worst part is that responding directly often backfires. If you defend yourself, they twist your words to look even more hurt. If you ignore it, they frame your silence as confirmation of their claims. Their goal is simple: to make you question your choices, feel guilty for prioritizing your own needs, and ultimately force you into a position where you're explaining yourself for simply being who you are. 4. Gaslighting your perception. One of the most insidious tactics evil people use against Sigmas is gaslighting. Sigmas are known for their sharp intuition and clear-headedness, which makes this strategy all the more devious. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation technique designed to make you doubt your own perception of reality. It's not about outright lies, but subtle distortions of the truth that make you second-guess yourself. For example, they might deny something they said or did, even if you have clear evidence. "I never said that. You must have misunderstood." Or they may reinterpret past events to fit their narrative, saying, "That's not how it happened at all. You're overthinking things." Over time, these small manipulations accumulate, leaving you questioning your memory, instincts, or judgment. What makes gaslighting particularly dangerous for Sigmas is that it plays on your independence. You pride yourself on being rational and self-reliant, so the realization that someone might be subtly undermining your reality can feel destabilizing. The goal of gaslighting is to make you doubt your mental clarity, making you more susceptible to their control. It's a slow erosion of your confidence, designed to make you dependent on their version of the truth. Evil people use this tactic because it's nearly impossible to call out directly. If you confront them, they'll feign innocence or turn it back on you. "You're always so defensive. Why can't we just move on?" And the more you try to clarify the truth, the deeper they twist the knife. For Sigmas, whose strength lies in their independence and clarity, gaslighting is a direct attack on their very foundation. 5. Sabotaging your reputation. Another favorite tactic of manipulative individuals is attacking your reputation. They know that Sigmas often operate outside the typical social hierarchy, which can make them harder to undermine directly. Instead of confronting you head-on, they work behind the scenes, planting seeds of doubt in others' minds about your character or intentions. This might involve subtle, underhanded comments like, "They're so mysterious. Don't you think they're hiding something?" Or more overt attacks, like spreading outright lies or exaggerations. "I heard they're not as reliable as they seem. Be careful." The goal is to create a cloud of suspicion around you, making others second-guess their trust or admiration for you. What's especially damaging about this tactic is its ripple effect. Once your reputation is questioned, it can impact your relationships, career, and social standing. For a Sigma who values authenticity and self-made success, this kind of sabotage feels particularly personal. Worse, it's often hard to trace the source of these rumors or accusations, leaving you fighting an invisible enemy. Evil people use this strategy because it allows them to attack you without direct confrontation. They can sit back and watch as the seeds of doubt they've sown grow into full-blown misunderstandings or conflicts. And when you try to address the situation, they often deny any involvement, painting themselves as innocent observers. "I don't know where you heard that, but it wasn't from me." 6. Using flattery as a weapon. While many of their tactics are overtly destructive, evil people sometimes take a more insidious approach. Weaponized flattery. They'll shower you with compliments, praise your achievements, or feign admiration for your independence. At first it seems harmless, even uplifting, but there's always an ulterior motive. This flattery is often a prelude to manipulation. Once they've built you up, they'll use that goodwill to push their agenda. "You're so good at this. Can you handle it for me?" Or, "I admire how independent you are, but maybe you should trust me more." The praise is never genuine. It's a calculated move to lower your guard and make you more susceptible to their influence. For Sigmas, who are naturally cautious about others' intentions, this tactic can be particularly confusing. You might sense something is off but struggle to pinpoint it. The flattery feels good in the moment, but the strings attached quickly become apparent. By the time you realize what's happening, they've already used your lower defenses to gain an advantage. On final note, understanding these tactics is the first step toward protecting yourself from the influence of toxic individuals. As a Sigma, your independence, resilience, and self-awareness are your greatest assets. However, they can also make you a target for those who seek to undermine or control you. The key to countering these tactics is staying true to your nature. Trust your intuition when something feels off, and don't hesitate to set firm boundaries. Surround yourself with people who value and respect your unique qualities, and don't allow manipulative individuals to isolate or gaslight you. Most importantly, remember that your strength lies in your ability to rise above petty conflicts and maintain your focus on what truly matters. When faced with manipulation, respond with clarity and composure. Evil people thrive on chaos, but your calm and calculated approach will disarm them. By staying aware of their tactics and refusing to play their games, you not only protect yourself, but also serve as an example of strength and resilience to others. That's all in this video, soldiers. If you liked the video, consider subscribing to the channel. Now go out, conquer the world, because you are the chosen one.